A little bit stiff, a little bit sore this morning. Not in a bad way, in a really good way. I've been working on my handstands a lot the last week or so. Really feeling a lot of progression, but working hard. So all of this rotator cuff, all of the lats, everything's really solid and strong, but a little bit sore. So I'm going to ease some of that off. Yeah, it's self-imposed tension, but it wouldn't matter if the tension was from typing. It'd be exactly the same deal. In every session I do, always, boom, ground out. Just take that second. Yeah, the precondition for whatever you do is the connection with the earth. So take a moment to feel into that connection. Let your body ground out, let your body connect. Then today, I'm feeling like shoulders, I can just, let's go through a little shoulder routine. Yeah, I'll just take you through. So all I'm doing is a rolling, forward, back, alternating. I can play with it, it's all good. Folding forward, letting the arm hang, no muscle in here. This is so hard for most people, totally relaxed. Arm is like a pendulum, and now I can initiate the movement, and because the arm is like a pendulum, it will just continue that circling until it comes to a stop, basically. So if I move my frame, move my body instead of my arm, then that oscillation through my body will be transferred through to the pendulum, and the pendulum will swing in. This will only happen if the arm's relaxed. If there's tension in the shoulder, then that's going to baffle the movement from the body, and it's not going to happen. Relaxation is the key. So I'm moving, I'm getting this beautiful large range of movement. It doesn't even matter how large it is. I'm getting this opening of the joint, lubrication, synovial fluid moving through this joint, opening up the ligaments, the tendons, the fascia, creating some neurological space, taking pressure off the nerves, stimulating blood flow. It's all kind of cool stuff, without using any muscular tension. I can come up to standing. Notice that I've just kept the arm moving. I have not engaged the muscle yet. Might look like I have, but I'm throwing the arm from my hip. So forward is from the hip, and then gravity does all of the action on the backswing. Gravity, this becomes like a rubber band and springs forward, like loading up a catapult and springs. So you can see how much movement I'm getting here with zero muscular contraction. Nothing. Really nothing. My shoulder, the whole complex. My shoulder, my pecs, my lats, my rotator cuff, it's all super relaxed. I'm taking pressure off the joint while moving. It's kind of cool. I can then take that all the way into a figure eight. Again, could look like my arm, my shoulder is working to move my arm, but that's just limited, really, when I can use my body to throw my arm. If I want to stop that, I just let the movement become smaller. So actually my core, have a look. My core is working here. I'm getting beautiful little rotations through the knees. My feet are starting to connect with the ground. I can change that direction, and I still have not engaged my shoulder. It doesn't matter. I've got range of motion because I've worked at this. So I've got a lot of openness here, but it would not matter if I have impingement, if I'm muscle bound from doing too much bench work without enough mobility, if I just have lots of scar tissue and injury from whatever, this is still beautiful down here. It's still beautiful. Translating the movement of the body through the arm, letting that like a wave. I don't know, heard somewhere that the body's predominantly water. It's a fluid system. So maybe if we start thinking of it as a little bit more fluid rather than mechanical, we might get some, yeah, that's feeling more alive. Like let's actually have a look in the camera at the difference between my two arms. You might even see even, oh, it's a bit bright for you. Even the hands themselves can appear different. Yeah, one a little bit fuller, a little more blood, a little more alive. For yourself from that series, just feel into the difference between one side and the other, and then probably you'll want to repeat that sequence on the other side. So I'm fold over. All I'm doing with the fold over is just creating some space. Yeah, you can support yourself on a desk or a bench or whatever. You can support yourself on a chair so that the pressure's not in the lower back, or support yourself on your own leg. Create space. Let the weight of the arm, dead weight, just hang down to the floor. That alone starts to open up this joint and allow synovial fluid access, allow metabolic waste to be eliminated. It's kind of cool. Then allow the arm to become a pendulum and just let that movement perpetuate. Really, really cool. Yeah. Synovial fluid, cartilage combination has one of the lowest friction coefficients that we know of. You, inside your body, has like one of the lowest friction coefficients. Any known combination. So stimulating that, supporting the health of the cartilage at the end of the bones, supporting the tissues around the joint. Forget the muscle, like the muscle's cool, whatever. It's secondary to the health of the joint. You don't need to develop nearly as, in my opinion, you don't need to develop or focus on the development of the musculature nearly as much as most people do. And certainly not until you have developed healthy alignment, healthy range of motion, and develop the quality of the joint capsule and the lubrication. Cultivate the ability of the joint to secrete synovial fluid, to lubricate. Cultivate the ability of the musculature to relax. And then allow that relaxation to be translated into movement. From here, once you have that, yeah, go for it. Work on your levers, your handstands, your planches, weights, kettlebell swings, rows, whatever. All of that's cool. All of that is super, super cool. Developing the musculature is cool. When the joint is happy. When you have awareness through the joint. Yeah. Whenever I felt then, I just got a little out of it and I could feel my shoulder doing the work, so I just back it off. How relaxed shall I allow the whole of the complex of my shoulder to be through this movement? Yeah. All of that funk that I was talking about walking in with, that tension, that stiffness that I was kind of where I was a little bit still around through the upper trapezius on the inside of the spine, the rhomboids at the back. But comparatively, now I'm here, now I'm awake, now I'm ready to take on the day and enjoy the day. It doesn't have to